Good. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Back here now. Again, as I was saying, these guys have been here all week long practicing, and their counterparts from 11-player football are here watching. They will participate tomorrow, and we will turn it over to our friends at Bally Sports tomorrow for those two games. So check your local listings for Bally Sports, and you can watch two 11-player football games tomorrow. Again, that is on Bally Sports. But, for now, we are here, and we are live and just about ready to go here as the coin toss is taking place right now. And we will see the results of the coin toss as soon as they give us all the direction down there, waiting for our white hat to let us know what the results of that coin toss were. All right, so the toss was won by South, and they elect to receive, as Matt Hasselbeck once proudly and almost correctly said, because we're going to score. So that's the idea there. You win the toss, you take the kick, you take the kick off because we're going to score. Or at least that's what the theory is there. So the South will receive, Blue will kick, and we are just moments away from kickoff here in this 45th annual, the 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player All-Star Game. Again, thanks everybody for joining us as we get set here. Again, I was on the field before the game, went out and took a look and got reacquainted with Coach Schoenman and Coach Weezy, and got a little insight on at least a couple things. One, quarterback play, and for the North, who will kick, they will play defense first, but they will bring Tanner Opsel from McDonald Central out. Tanner, during the regular season, 1,553 passing yards and 18 touchdowns for McDonald Central. And Dylan Ackerman will get time for the South and probably head out on the field here shortly. Dylan Ackerman from Newman Catholic, 1,110 yards passing, 19 touchdowns. And in 8-player football, you've got stats on top of stats on top of stats, but we've got them all here. And we'll go through them here for you. Riley Christensen probably gets some handoffs and lead the running attack for the South. May have some time at quarterback, but during the regular season, Riley out of Belmont racked up 1,372 rushing yards, 26 touchdowns. And the South to receive, ball taken at the 8-yard line and brought straight ahead, and rumbling past the 30 on towards the 35 is Spencer Evanson from Sevastopol, and Evanson brings it out, and the South will take over and begin their first possession on about the 35-yard line. They may actually mark it right at the 35, and we are now officially underway here in this Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player All-Star game. Again, Jason Zaleski here. And ball spotted on the 35, and it is Newman's Ackerman under center for Coach Weezy and the South team. And the handoff comes right over center. And lunging forward, that is Riley Christensen on the carry. So I said Christensen would get carries. He's got yards, a gain of about 5. Bring up 2nd and 5. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage comes Ackerman. Another handoff, and will be caught behind the line of scrimmage. This time is Christensen. And a penalty flag came in. Nope, that was the ball. Oh, no, there's a flag. A flag and the ball came flying in late. And it looks like a face mask or some hands to the face of some sort. We'll get the call here shortly. Nope, wave it off. And so tackle for loss on that last play. So Gilman's Cade Cropeland on the stop on that first run and didn't get it there. Ackerman back to pass, got one receiver open and had beat the double team. Did Newman's Charlie McCarty, but the pass comes up incomplete. In on coverage for the North squad was Colin Krampotich. And if I'm saying any of these names wrong, those of you watching on a mobile device, you got your chat box open, you can let me know. But out of Northwood Solon Springs is Krimpotich in on the pass coverage, and that brings up a 4th down. So gain of 5 on the first play of the game. Tackle for loss, incomplete pass, and it's 4th down for the South. And punting is Christensen, and will land near the 30-yard line and scoot out of bounds. Back was Cade Croplin from Gilman, but that ball lands out of bounds just inside the 30. Ball is going to be marked at around the 28-yard line, and we will see the North offensive unit come onto the field for the first time, again led by Tanner Opsel of McDonald Central. 6'3", 220-pounder, and saw Tanner in pregame practicing quite a few quarterback draws, so we'll see if Opsel gets his own number called here during the game as he puts one in motion. That's Gunnar Lewis of Clayton, and there it is, Opsel lunging forward and will gain about a yard on the carry. And thanks, everybody, for joining us here on the night. Beautiful night for anything outdoors, but especially here for football, as game time temperature 81 degrees. That's about as warm as you're going to get a football game in Wisconsin. High school football, anyway. As Opsel back to pass, looks to his right, and a pass incomplete, intended for Corbin West, 6'3", 185-pound receiver out of Florence. And I believe that pass was dropped, and that'll bring up 3rd down. It was a 1-yard run by Opsel on 1st down, and now 3rd and 9 for the All-Stars from the North. So 3 and out for the South All-Stars. If you're just joining us now, 3 and out and a punt, and now 3rd down coming up for the North squad as Opsel calls for it, drops back to pass. Quick pass as he was hit on the delivery, and that pass is incomplete. They say that skipped in, pass intended for Jake Anderson out of Alma Center Lincoln. And the North 3 and out repays the favor to South. Both squads go 3 and out here offensively to start the game. So 6 regular offensive plays. Now our 8th play of the game. It'll be 2 punts on 8 plays for both teams through the first 1 minute and 54 seconds of play. And one coming on late. Nathan Curry from Siren comes on late, and they will get, it'll be a delay of game. I believe this is, they let the punt happen. They didn't whistle it, so we'll see what the call is as the punt will land outside of the 40-yard line, and another flag on the far side of the field. So we've got 2 flags on the play. It looked like we might have had a delay of game. If we did, that should have been whistled dead, so perhaps something else. As our white hat dropped his flag at the 15-yard line, and then the official, the umpire, dropped his flag right at the 34. And it looks like So I believe what they're calling is too many men on the field for North. The penalty is declined. South likes their field position, and they should, as they will start on the 44-yard line and bring their offense back on the field for the second time here today. So they were rushing Curry out late, and evidently already had 8 on the field. So 9 is one too many here in 8-player football. New quarterback in for South, that is Christensen, and Christensen keeps, and he is bottled up, brought down by Brandon Boye. And will give him a yard on the carry as running back turned quarterback Riley Christensen on the carry. So all defense here so far for the first 2.5 minutes of play. Whitford in motion, and it's Christensen with the keep. He'll come to the near side and will be brought down near the 50. They call it the 48, a gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the South, and whistles on the field. And they're going to reset the clock here, and they're going to put an additional 7 seconds back on the clock. James Krensky of Siren credited with the tackle on that last Christensen run. So 3rd and 6 now, 1 in motion, and Christensen with the handoff to Whitford. Whitford slips crossing the 50-yard line and will be short of the line to gain by about 2.5, maybe a full 3 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down inside of North territory for South. Again, the South playing in the red jerseys, North in the blue here if you're just joining us. A pair of 3-and-outs to start the game, 1 for each squad, and 3 plays and a 4th down here. The offense stays on the field for the South. And the pitch comes wide now to Christensen with Ackerman back in, and it'll be enough for the 1st down as a nice run there by Riley Christensen as he drops back into his running back position as Dylan Ackerman of Newman Catholic comes back in at quarterback, and the pitch is successful for a 1st down. So fresh set of downs, and the first down of the game for either team comes here on the 2nd possession for the South. And that play is stopped, and that will be a loss on the play as they unpile Skylar Gilhausen of Auburndale, a 5'10", 185-pound linebacker, and a loss of 2 on the carry is going to bring up 2nd and long. Christensen on the carry, but it was Gilhausen with the penetration. As we are 4 minutes in here. Just underway in the first quarter from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Titans Stadium. Ackerman under center, play action pass, and he's got a man wide open on the far side. And across the 30, down near the 20-yard line, a big play for the South. Pass complete to Cardinal teammate Brennan Shaughnessy, a 6'2", 210-pound offensive lineman / tight end, and it's enough for another South 1st down. The ball spotted on the 22. Gain of 20 yards on the hookup from Ackerman to Shaughnessy, and not the first time they've done that. I formation here, and the give is to the upback, Shaughnessy. And ball's on the ground. Ball is still loose on the ground, and Ackerman will fall on it, and then it squirts away from him, and I believe it's a turnover. And, well, we're going to talk here. The North is running off the field, and indeed a fumble recovery for the North All-Stars. That handoff never quite got there. We'll show you the replay here in just a second. Well, actually it did, and then as that hit came, it squirted free and then bounced around. Ackerman had a look at it. They were able to roll it. Nope, okay. Well, we'll try again later. Well, anyway, that's what happened. So Opsel on the keep. He'll go around to the outside, evade one would-be tackler, and tiptoe ahead, a gain of about 6 on the carry for Tanner Opsel. No? Okay. So the turnover on what was a good drive for the South. Now Opsel back to pass, sidearm delivery, and gets it through. That's complete to West. And Corbin West pushes ahead, sheds one tackler, and a gain on the play will move the sticks for the North All-Stars. It's a 6-yard run by Opsel on the play before, where he was tackled by Luke Steebs out of Gibraltar. Corbin West tightened the lug nuts on that left wheel. It was a pass play of 9 yards. Good for the first down. Opsel again on the keep, and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will be it. Brought down by number 80, Austin Henschel of Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah, 6'2", 190-pound defensive lineman. So turn the tables here. Again, it was a South fumble recovered by the North, and that pass incomplete, intended for Gunnar Lewis. And now back on the march are the North All-Stars, but that incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10. As that first down carry went for no gain, brought down by Shaughnessy. And then the incomplete pass, Opsel looking for Lewis on the swing to the bench side of the North All-Stars. So 3rd and 10 now. Opsel tells Corey Bozen of Wasaki to switch sides. Now puts one in motion. That's West. And the give goes to West, the motion man, as flags fly. And West powering over one. I'm not sure it's going to matter as, well, hang on here. It may be offside on the South team. Somebody may have lined up across the line of scrimmage in red, although our white hat threw a flag as well, and he's not going to be able to see that. But see here what the result is. It was a gain of 7. It would be a gain of 6. It would be a 4th and 4. They're looking towards the South sideline on the penalty. So the penalty is on North. So block in the back on North is the first flag. And that penalty will be accepted, so it's going to be a 3rd down. And the illegal shift will be declined as the South will take the bigger penalty and push North back to the 36-yard line. So 3rd and long without the penalties. They were staring at a 4th and 6, but this is going to bring up a 3rd and 20. Well, it's got to be a little bit less than that. They've got 3rd and 20 on the scoreboard. But a 3rd and about 17. It's still 3rd and a long ways for North. 6 minutes and counting left here in quarter number 1 as Opsel calls for it. Drops back, looks, and pressured. Will step up in the pocket, hit and fumbled. And it'll be recovered. It'll bring up a 4th down as Opsel was hit by Henschel. Well, and now they're going to say that South recovered. So a recovery by South. So fumbles now for both teams on subsequent drives. And we're back essentially where we started. We'll see that replay here as Opsel was under pressure right from the snap. And you'll see the pressure comes around the outsides as we look here. Opsel steps up in the pocket. And as he's hit, that ball came loose. Offensive lineman looked like DeLeeden from Northwood Solon Springs had a shot at it, but South with the recovery and 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. It's Christensen in at quarterback. The give goes to Whitford. Whitford around the outside, and he'll push ahead for a gain of about 7. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3, a 7-yard run for Greenwood's Sullivan Whitford. Called a gain of 6 here in the stadium. It's a strong 6 or a weak 7, either way. 2nd and options for South. Brandon Weezy will check the playbook or check at least the play sheet he's been able to teach these kids in the last few days, and it'll be a keep for Christensen right up the middle. Christensen plowing ahead and inside the 15-yard line. He'll be marked down at the 12. A big gain for Belmont's Riley Christensen, and it's 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. First and 10 from the 12. 5 minutes left to play here in the first. Christensen in at quarterback. Whitford to his left. And the keep for Christensen. He's got room, and he's in for the touchdown. Riley Christensen from Belmont scores it from 12 yards out, and the South All-Stars lead 6-0. We'll take a look at that one again. Just a straight-ahead run for Christensen. Able to beat the defensive backs in that final 3 yards to the end zone. And a touchdown for the South All-Stars. Extra point attempt for Newman Catholic's Charlie McCarty. And McCarty has the kick up and good. And our score with 4:50 left in quarter number 1, South 7, North nothing. Quick break and be back to Oshkosh in just a moment.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, 7-0 from the South All-Stars as Riley Christensen with the 12-yard touchdown run. And the point after from McCarty is good, 7-0. Eight attempts, 40 yards for Christensen here in the game. He leads all rushers with that. Sullivan Whitford with a big run in that drive as well. Again, both teams traded fumbles. They traded 3 and outs, then they traded fumbles. And after the fumble from the North All-Stars, it was a 5-play drive for the South squad. 5 plays, 32 yards, again capped off what is now being told to me officially an 11-yard touchdown run, but either way, nice run from Belmont's Riley Christensen. So the South to kick. So Danner checking in online, and Jay Rusk says, go North. Well, North with work to do here, Jay. Plenty of time to do it. Still 4:50 left, and it's only quarter number 1. So McCarty sends it away and tried to catch the North squad napping, but completely awake was Brandon Boye of Gilman. And now field position favorable for North. So Opsel in the pistol, 2 behind him, and the give goes to the deep man, and a gain of about 3 on the carry. Carry there by Gunnar Lewis out of Clayton. 5'11", 170-pound running back. End up giving him a gain of 4, and the same formation and the same play again. And this time into a brick wall runs Lewis, and will scratch out a gain of a couple as a trio or even a quartet in red bring down the running back. And the last to unpile is Blake Justman of Oakfield. So we'll give Justman the unofficial tackle, 6'5", 210-pound defensive lineman. Official stats being kept a couple booths to my right, screen right for you. And one more give to Lewis, and Lewis able to shed a couple tackles, spinning forward, and will get the line to gain. It was 3rd and 4, a 5-yard gain. It's a first down for North. Happened 2 plays ago, they gave Justman the tackle as well. Sometimes that's what you do, is the last guy up. You figure, well, he probably was the first guy to make contact. There's a whole mass of humanity in there, and tough sometimes to pick out just one. But instead of just one, it's Justman out of Oakfield. And Opsel will keep this time himself. And again, big fella pushes forward for a gain of 3. Opsel, 6'3", 220 pounds. A couple in red willing to stick their nose in there and challenge the big fella Opsel, including Austin Henschel of Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah. So 2nd and 7 now inside the 40-yard line. Again, more running plays here for North. Another give to Gunnar Lewis, another couple of yards. Opsel, speaking of all the running, Opsel is 1 for 4 today, 9 yards, just the one completion of 9 yards to Corbin West. But perhaps a pass coming here on 3rd and 6. We shall see. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line, and North taking a long time in the huddle. May have to think about a timeout here as they are spending. Yep, and the timeout does come. Timeout with 2:11 left in the first quarter. The South All-Stars lead the North 7-0 back to UW Oshkosh in 45 seconds.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Okay. All right, back to UW Oshkosh, Titan Stadium. Scene of the 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player All-Star game. And a 3rd and 7 out of the North timeout. It's Opsel wide. And will be close to the line again. He may have got it. Very close to that line to gain. May have got it by about a foot. It was 3rd and 7 and first down for North. Opsel able to get to the edge and turn upfield and get just enough for the first down. 1:50 left here to play in quarter number 1, and whistles will blow, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on North. Again, if you're just joining us, North in the blue, South All-Stars in the red. South leading 7-0 on an 11-yard Riley Christensen touchdown run, just on the last offensive series for South. So after the false start penalty, 1st and 15 now for North. Opsel again in the pistol, 2 behind him, and the pitch outside to Lewis. Lewis cuts it back in and will get maybe 2 yards. Nice job there by the South defense, including number 33, Corey Liebolt of Oakfield. And they're going to say a gain of about 2. So 2nd and 13 with 1:10 left here to play in the first quarter. Opsel again. Formation remains the same, and Opsel play action pass, and too tall for his intended receiver, Colin Krompotich. So Krompotich out of Northwood Solon Springs, 6 foot, 180-pound wide receiver there. But, too tall out of the hand of Opsel. So 3rd and long now with the clock stopped with 53 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Opsel all the way over to the sideline. Talked to head coach Matt Schoeneman. Talked to Matt before the game. Everybody just very happy to be here. That was the talk on the field. Hey, we're just happy to be here. Excited to be here. Opsel with 2 out in front of him leading the way, and Opsel will grind out about 3, maybe 4. It'll be 4th down upcoming for North. And the offense goes right back into the huddle, and that was the play call there from Schoeneman to Opsel. He tells his quarterback, just give me a couple yards here, and we'll turn the page in the playbook, see what else we can find. So 4th and about 8 at the 30-yard line. Field goal attempt from there would be of 47 yards. Not sure there's 47-yard field goal kicker on the sideline, so too close to punt. Offense on the field, and it's a direct snap coming to Braden Boye, and Boye will be close to the first down on the direct snap, and it is enough for the first down. Needed 9, got 9.5. Did Braden Boye of Gilman, and it's a first down for North. And the final seconds here in quarter number 1 will tick away as we bring our first quarter to a close here in this 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player all-star game. 7-0 South. Quarter number 2 right after this.
Roof Tech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Roof Tech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Roof Tech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Roof Tech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Roof Tech online at rooftechllc.com or Roof Tech LLC on Facebook.
Ball worked around higher, launches a 3, got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it. Simone at first in time, and the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division 5 state champions.
Small Williams, J Swag Daddy, first Swag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home!
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Cam Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadic. Tyler, thanks for joining us. Back to UW Oshkosh. 8-player all-star game here in 2021. Start of the second quarter. Opsel with the handoff to Lewis. Lewis makes a cut back to the inside. Nice run there from Gunnar Lewis. Seen a lot of Lewis here in this drive, and at the end of the first quarter, 5 carries for 13 yards for Gunnar Lewis. Tanner Opsel, 7 carries, 22 yards, and Boye with the one big one there to extend this drive on 4th and 9, got the 1 carry for 10 yards. That's it. Rushing stats for North through the first quarter. And another pitch to Lewis. Lewis asks for a block, now cuts it back. He's got room now all the way to the outside. A sprint to the end zone for Lewis, and will be brought down at the 3-yard line as the offense and defense had flowed all the way here to the near side. And as it did, and Lewis was bottled up, able to bounce it back to the outside for a big first down play. Do we have that one? No? Okay. Nice run. We'll maybe save the replays for the touchdowns. And a touchdown in the making here for North. It's 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. As we saw Brennan Shaughnessy come off for South, and the run straight ahead. It will be a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and goal from around the 2-yard line. As the run there, number 42, Braden Boye. Boye pushes ahead for 2. It's going to be, again, 1st and goal from, I'm going to mark it right at the 1-yard line. So North looking to even the score here as we start quarter number 2. And as I say, that whistles blow, and it looks like they will reset the play clock as somebody's tying their shoe down there. It's number 53, Colton Anderson from Luck. 5'8", 250-pound offensive lineman. Try to get all the names called, even if it's just tying a shoe. Trying to get everybody's name in here. As Lewis dancing through the hole, pushing forward and in for the touchdown. Gunnar Lewis from 1 yard out. Just a minute and 37 into quarter number 2, and it's a 1-point game with the extra point pending here for North. And it'll be a 2-point conversion attempt coming up for the North All-Stars. Nice bit of running there by Gunnar Lewis. Patient, made one jump cut to his left and in for the touchdown. Now Opsel out to Lewis. Lewis on the jump pass, and it's complete. The 2-point conversion complete to Noah Christofferson out of McDonald Central, and North takes the lead 8-7. All right, well, now we got a game. Both teams have scored. Now we got things happening. And we'll take a look at the touchdown here, Trevor. Yep, we'll take a look at the Gunnar Lewis touchdown before we head just for a quick break here. Yeah, just a neat, tidy 1-yard touchdown run for Gunnar Lewis. The 2-point conversion pass from Lewis to Christofferson. 8-7 North. North kicking off to South in 15 seconds. Be right back.
Keep moving ahead with the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Center through July 2nd. Up to $150 in rebates on Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card subject to credit approval. The summer tire event at Sherrill Tire. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
All right, back here to UW Oshkosh, 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association All-Star Game, 8-7. North over South, compliments of Clayton's Gunnar Lewis. So South will get the ball back. Take a look at first quarter stats for the South All-Stars. Riley Christensen, 8 carries, 42 yards. A net of 40. He did lose 2, so let's just say it again. 8 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown, a long of 14 for Christensen. Sullivan Whitford, 2 carries, 11 yards. And Logan Byer, 1 carry and a loss of 6. And another squibber that this time the South was ready for. The South tried that just a moment ago, and now they were ready for it this time as it was covered up by Belmont's Mitchell Douglas. So ball will be spotted at the 47-yard line, and that's where the South will have their first offensive possession here in quarter number 2. Dylan Ackerman passing, by the way, for South. 1 for 2, 20 yards. And now the run for Christofferson. And Christofferson's going to bounce to the outside. Needs one block and then tripped up. He had something set up there, but tripped up. A big gain for Christensen anyway, my apologies. Tackled by Cade Croplin of Gilman. So gain of 9 on the run for Christensen. Andrea O joins the broadcast as Go South. South with a 1-point disadvantage here. They are into North territory. 9:46 left to play here in the first half. Another run for Christensen. Christensen and takes on the tackler and will get a first down. Tackled by number 70, Brady Bischel of New Auburn. 5'10", 170-pound defensive lineman. Playing, looks like a bit of a defensive back spot right now. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen for Christensen, and the give to Whitford. Now Whitford will sprint to the outside. Whitford full steam ahead, and a gain of 7 for Greenwood High School's Sullivan Whitford. Sullivan Whitford, 774 yards during the regular season, 17 touchdowns. Averaged 96 yards per game. And then you compare that to his backfield mate right now, Riley Christensen, averaged 196 rush yards per game. So a lot of threats in the backfield right now for the South. One in motion is Cade Sproat. And Christensen will keep. And again, my apologies if the name's wrong. If they are, you're watching on a mobile device, just correct me. I'm easily taught. Caden, you know what? We're going to go Sprody. Wanawalk Weston, wide receiver, 6 foot, 185-pounder. So Auburndale legend Cooper Weinfurter checks in and cheering for Skylar out there. Cooper probably, before watching the broadcast, probably shot another 150 free throws out in the driveway. So Christensen on the option is going to be bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of about 2. Hopping up right away is the aforementioned Skylar Gilhausen on the tackle. Gilhausen, 5'10", 185-pound linebacker out of Auburndale. 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and baseball. So 2nd down and 12 for the South. Shift will put Whitford on the wing, now in motion, and Christensen with the keep. He's got 1 block and trends it outside. I tell you, if he would have stuck his nose inside that block, maybe, just maybe, but opted for the outside route and will gain a few. Pushed out of bounds by James Krensky of Siren. So 3rd down for South. South trails by 1 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion made possible by Clayton's Gunnar Lewis just a few minutes ago. 6.5 minutes left before the halftime break. Again, in motion comes Whitford, and this time the keep, and brought down behind the line of scrimmage was Dylan Ackerman, who comes back in at quarterback. Blake Flash in on the tackle out of Shell Lake, 5'11", 205-pound linebacker, as the We Are Network represented well. Bob and his team up in the western and northwestern part of Wisconsin do a great job bringing you high school sports. It was an illegal shift by the South, but a penalty declined by the North. Well, actually, no, it looks like they'll accept the penalty. If they accept it, it should be 3rd down. The down marker says 4th. Down marker still says 4th down. No, it's 4th and 12 on the field. Go with what they tell us. And whistles blow now. And what do we have here? A timeout. Timeout for the South as 6:09 left to play before half. North with a 1-point advantage here from UW Oshkosh.
Get a jump start on college or speed up your degree with a transferable class from Mid-State Technical College this summer. There are 130 classes to choose from, online or in person, taught by instructors who are experts in their field. Get info on the Mid-State Technical College summer classes at mstc.edu.
Hey, it's Dean Blandino, and I'm here to tell you that Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's hometown high school sports network. Get Wisconsin sports updates every day with Zaleski Sports. That's where I get my Wisconsin sports updates. And listen, while we're here, all right, I'll admit it. Dez caught it, but the Packers won. The end.
All right, you heard it there from Dean Blandino, former NFL rules, commissioner. Whatever you want to call Dean, my friend and yours, knows all about us here at Zaleski Sports. And he knows Dez caught it. We all knew that. 4th down now, 4th and 11 coming out of the timeout for the South All-Stars. And Dylan Ackerman in at quarterback puts one in motion. That's Barnes in motion and has Whitford open over the middle and underthrew him. Whitford had the corner open, or the post, I should say, and Ackerman underthrew it, allowed the defensive back to undercut it, and pass is incomplete. And turnover on downs, ball back to the North All-Stars, leading by 1. Now, Whitford has got what I would consider uncommon speed, and you'll have that in these All-Star games. You think of NFL Pro Bowl or what have you, and Ackerman tried to put some air under it, and you just sometimes don't have all that prep time to know, who runs this route well, who runs to the post quicker, and you just don't have all that prep time. But turnover on downs as it is, and a big handoff, big run for North after the turnover on downs. Another give to Lewis, and another big run for Clayton's Gunnar Lewis. Eight-play drive for the South All-Stars. Turnover on downs. So gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. Another run for North. We've only seen Opsel throw 2 passes here. I'm sorry, 5 passes. Only seen 1 completion. So gain of about 3 for Opsel. Bring up a 3rd and 2 with 5:05 and counting here before the end of the first half. Been a great first half. And those of you expecting a traditional offensive score fest here in 8-player, we haven't had that develop yet. It can happen at any time. So Lewis will plunge ahead for the first down, a gain of 3 on 3rd and 2. And the sticks will move the ball across the 40-yard line. They'll mark it just at the 41. Yeah, scoring explosion is always right around the corner in 8-player football. That's why it's a really fast-growing, exciting football sport all across the country. 8-player teams, number of teams across state has really expanded over the last couple of years. Expanded for a number of reasons, but again, if you're into a exciting sport, 8-player football is for you. As the handoff now bounced to the outside, that give to Braden Boye of Gilman, and he'll punch it ahead for a gain of about 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5 with 4:15 left in the first. Eight-player football rules. The field is slimmed up by about 20%. So boundaries get a little tighter. Yeah, so whistles blow here, and what will we have? Officials timeout, and it looks like they're going to reset the clock here, perhaps, again. I believe they asked to reset the... So 4:20, they're going to put 30 seconds back on the clock. Not sure where those 30 seconds were missing from, but they're on the clock now. Huh. All right, another give to Lewis, and the formula's been working, so Coach Schoeneman telling his big quarterback Opsel, hey, keep feeding Lewis. And Lewis will bounce it outside. Gain of just a couple, maybe one. Bring up a 3rd and 4 with under 4 left. And Opsel on the keep, looks for room around the outside and will find enough for the first down. Gain of around 4, maybe call it 4.5. He's stopped, or pushed out of bounds by Spencer Evanson. Evanson, a 5'10", 155-pound defensive back out of Sevastopol. But inside now of South Territory, North on the move again. Touchdown score just a couple minutes into the start of the quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by Gunnar Lewis, and the North on the move again here in the second quarter. 3:25 remaining. Opsel back to pass and threw it behind his receiver. The intended receiver again was Corbin West, but Opsel threw it behind him, and pass falls incomplete to bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 from the South 47-yard line. South shows pressure, brings pressure, and the pitch goes to the outside. Lewis puts his head down, and the ball is out, and it looks like the North may have got back on it. But Lewis with the fumble, and we'll see what they decide here. It looked like North had got back on it. But on the contact, the ball jarred free of Lewis, and it is South football. Ball recovered by number 11, Charlie McCarty of Newman Catholic. 6'4", 200-pound defensive lineman, and as Lewis was hit from behind, ball came loose, and McCarty there, and the drive ends on the fumble. South will take over from its own 40-yard line with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left here in quarter number 2. South trailing by 1, looking to punch one in here before halftime. And McCarty's fumble recovery may have given that opportunity. And whistles blow, they will stop play, and it'll be a North timeout. And we will take that short 30-second timeout. Again, 3:11 left before halftime. South football when we return to Oshkosh.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
So after the fumble recovery, and a lot of coaches, football experts call that a sudden change. I subscribe to that theory. So on the sudden change, one thing you will see a lot is something big, a big play. You'll maybe reach deep into the playbook, find something extra fancy, and go for it, because the sudden change is, all right, well, we've got the ball that we didn't expect to have, so let's take a big shot on first down. And the North may have been talking about just that as a play action or a pump fake, and pass is intercepted. Pass intercepted at the 50-yard line, and with it, and that is Auburndale's Skylar Gilhausen with the interception as he gets the ball right back for his North squad. So North's timeout was wisely used there by Coach Schoeneman. and squad. We'll take a look at that replay here as Christensen on the pump fake. You'll see that pump fake here, and Gilhausen didn't buy it for a second and stood right in the middle of the field and easily intercepts the ball, giving his North squad the ball right back. So on that sudden change, though, that's exactly what the South went for. They used Christensen on the pump fake. North was ready for it on that timeout. Should North go on to win this game, we will talk to Matt Schoeneman after the game and ask him about that timeout. Could be a pivotal play, and we'll put a note on that. A big play there after the fumble recovery for Auburndale's Gilhausen. And by the way, after the conclusion of today's game, we will be on field. We'll talk to today's winning coach and our player of the game, so don't go anywhere when this one's over. We're far from it now, though. Just a short note. You can make yourself at home. But should it be the North, that'll be question number one. So what was talked about in that timeout, I would expect it to be, listen, guys, sudden change. We got to be ready for something a little extra special, so let's be on our toes out there, and Gilhausen was all ready for it. Short gain on second down brings up a 3rd and 9 for the North All-Stars. Now they're looking to do something with their sudden change. Back to pass is Opsel, and a flag comes, and this may be a penalty on the South. We'll see what it is as the interception made by Luke Steebs. Steebs still on his feet and will be wrestled down around the 45-yard line by Gunnar Lewis, but penalty pending. We'll see what the call is. That penalty might be on the South All-Stars. Matter of fact, 2 flags on the play, but they are signaling it is on North, and we've had 3 turnovers in the last 4 plays. And we'll take a look at that one now. It's Christensen back to pass and just got it a little bit too deep of his intended receiver. Steebs out there in baseball season playing center field, able to field it cleanly and bring it back. And okay, so I just went through the speech a moment ago. Sudden change. And we'll see what the South this time wants to do with that sudden change. I would rip it down the field again. I would just say, listen, Christensen, or now they're going to bring in Ackerman. I say, listen, just forget about that. Here's a play we're going to run, and let's rip it down the field here and see what happens. So we'll see what Coach Weezy has this time on the sudden change. It'll be a keep for Ackerman, and Ackerman will push forward a gain of about 7. Bring up 2nd and 3 and into North territory with 1:16 left to play before halftime. So a little more conservative that time was Coach Brandon Weezy. Now back to pass, and pass complete as it goes Newman to Newman, Ackerman to McCarty, both out of Newman Catholic out of Wausau. And the pass complete for first down. Ackerman again back to pass, and again has his guy McCarty. This one incomplete, pass thrown a little bit too far to the outside as Walker Suda from Greenwood joins the broadcast. Got Pete. Coop says, you bet, after he went outside and made another 20 free throws. And the give now to Whitford, and Whitford trips. It looks like feet may have got tangled there between Ackerman and Whitford, and whistle blows. It'll be timeout. We'll keep it here with 46 seconds left to play before halftime, as it'll be 3rd and 10 as the feet of Ackerman and Whitford got tangled after that handoff. That might have been something there, but feet get tangled, and Whitford slips in the backfield. To Walker Suda, by the way, congratulations to Greenwood native Walker Suda. About to be drafted. as a matter of fact. And take a look. Walker's going to have to remind me a little bit about that. I got to find out where I read that, but Walker's going to earn himself a little bit of money. But Walker, go ahead and type in there if you could, please, the football association that you're headed off for. Save me a little bit of time, as I got another million things going on. But congratulations to Greenwood's Walker Suda. Anyway, I told him that after a baseball game a couple weeks ago. All right, 3rd and 10, 46 seconds remaining out of the South timeout. And a keep, and winding his way through the field is Dylan Ackerman, and it'll be enough where the offense will stay on the field. In that timeout, Coach Weezy and the rest of the staff likely called 2 plays, and play 1 goes for 6 yards, and now here's play 2 called in that timeout. And play 2 is a pass as Ackerman drops back to pass, and a diving attempt as the crossing routes come up empty, intended for Whitford, as Whitford and Logan Byer on the crossing routes on the middle of the field. But pass incomplete and a turnover on downs with 22 seconds left here before our halftime break. So we saw it with what have we seen here over the last few minutes? 3 turnovers. It went fumble, interception, and now a turnover on down. So a lot happening on the field, but not a lot happening on the scoreboard. And it looks like North is going to come out here and take a knee, wind the last 22 seconds off the clock, and we will head to halftime. So here we go. We are exactly 1 hour into this one. And Walker is Walker's looking to win the Northern Lights Football League championship again. By the way, Northern Lights Football League action on the network tomorrow. Marshfield Bandits back in play. Check ZaleskiSports.com. Click weekly schedule for all of your local listings. But we are at halftime here in Oshkosh. The 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player all-star game, and an 8-7 score on the board as halftime starts now. And we'll see what kind of festivities they have planned for us here at Titan Stadium for halftime. That's what we're going to watch, and we'll let you watch it with us. And I will be back on the microphone in 14 minutes and 55 seconds.
And Katie Berlin and his parents Valerie and Gary Berlin. This past May, 240 All-Stars and coaches were selected and set on a mission to raise funds for the pediatric specialty healthcare program provided by Children's Wisconsin. With hospitals in Milwaukee, 6 specialty clinics and urgent cares, and more than 20 primary care locations, Children's has more than 2 million touch points across the state of Wisconsin to help kids in Wisconsin the healthiest in the nation. Today, these outstanding athletes and their coaches would like to present a check to Children's Wisconsin for $293,579. Congratulations to everyone down there. Top individual fundraisers on each team. The top fundraiser for the North A-Man team was Kate Kreplin from Belmont High School, who raised $1,920. Top fundraiser for the South A-Man team was Blake Justman from Oakfield High School, who raised $2,380. Let's give a big round of applause and thank you to all of our athletes and coaches. Congratulations and thank you.
Larson make his way in for the touchdown.
And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadasz. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
All right, back to Oshkosh for half number 2. Go through some first half stats for you here in just a moment, as it'll be the South kicking off to the North. Again, the South in red, North in blue. South won the toss, elected to receive, and promptly went 3 and out. And it was a 3 and out given right back by the North squad. Number of turnovers in the first half and a touchdown on each side. And it's 8-7. And ball will be picked up at the 3-yard line by number 3, Cade Cropeland. And brought to the 15, and maybe we'll get to the 17, and that's it. That's where the North All-Stars will take their first possession here in half number 2 for North. Gunnar Lewis leading all North rushers, 14 carries for 49 yards. Tanner Opsel, 9 carries, 26 yards. And Braden Boye, 3 carries and 18 yards. Tanner Opsel also completing 1 of 7 passes for 9 yards and was sacked once. The 1 reception went to Corbin West. As the give to Lewis, and brought down in the backfield is Lewis as he's slung down by number 33, Corey Liebolt. And Liebolt now with 6 tackles, had 5 in the first half, leading his South defensive effort. Ethan Russell, Blake Justman, and Austin Henschel all with 3 tackles in the first half for the South All-Stars. Go through the South offensive first half stats when they get their first possession here of the half. Opsel again in the pistol, will keep, let his backs behind him become blockers, now turns it back to the inside. And another good defensive effort for the South All-Stars. Forcing the action back inside was Austin Henschel. That'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and long now. For North in blue, again, you're just joining us. Yes, by the way, Steve watching online. Hey, Steve. North in blue, South is in red. Pair of All-Star games tomorrow as we turn it over to our friends at Bally Sports. But for now, it's 8-player All-Star football as Lewis, with room to the outside, still on his feet, and tripped down a gain of about 9. He needed 11, and it'll bring up a 4th down for North. May have been tripped by Christensen. We'll see how they give the official tackle to. The play before last, it was Mitchell Douglas of Belmont with the tackle. On the Opsel 1-yard run, now the punt team comes out for North. It was Steebs on the tackle, so 5, not 4. Luke Steebs from Gibraltar on the tackle. A high punt that will land at around the 46 and then spin across the 50. And will be marked down. Where are they going to put it here? At the, well, they're actually going to mark it at the 45, so inside of South territory, where the South All-Stars will start on their own 45-yard line. A punt of 30 yards for the North All-Stars. So Dylan Ackerman of Newman will be in the shotgun as receivers split 2 by 2 for South. 1 in motion is McCarty. Ackerman back to pass, and that pass deflected at the line, intended for McCarty, but the big paws of 42, Brandon Boye of Gilman, in the way and knock it down. So 3 and out for North. That's how they started the first half. And leading all rushers, Riley Christensen, 13 carries for 60 yards. Sullivan Whitford, 4 carries, 18 yards. And Dylan Ackerman, a trio of carries for 12 yards. Logan Byer did have 1 carry, a loss of 6 for South in the first half. As Whitford in motion, and the give will go to Whitford on the jet sweep and tumbled down, a gain of about 4. Bring up a 3rd and 6 for South. Dylan Ackerman 2 for 6 passing for 24 yards in the first half. Christensen 1 pass attempt, no completions. The pass completions from Ackerman went to Shaughnessy and McCarty of 20 and 4 yards respectively. James Krensky for the North leads all tacklers with 9 through the first half. Bischel on the tackle on that last run by Whitford. So now 3rd and a long 6. Back to pass Ackerman. Now Ackerman will step forward and run. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Now a lot more as Ackerman finally pushed out of bounds by Gilhausen, but a big gain on 3rd and 7 for Dylan Ackerman. So chains move and down inside the 35. They'll mark it at the 34-yard line on the 18-yard run by Dylan Ackerman. So Ackerman remains in the shotgun. Again, receivers split 2 by 2. Whitford the motion man. It's play action, or option, I should say, and the option is the keep for Ackerman. And another nice run by Ackerman. It'll be back-to-back first down runs for Newman Catholic's Dylan Ackerman. That one a 12-yard variety, backed up by the 18-yard. So 2 carries, 30 yards for Ackerman, and the ball is spotted at the North 23-yard line. 3.5 minutes off the third quarter clock. And William asks if it's possible to record the rest of the game. Well, absolutely, William. Go right ahead. Record all you want. A little bit later here, I'll tell you a way you can get the whole thing. As Ackerman now on the play action, another option, I'm sorry. I'm a few months out of football season, folks, but on the option, we'll keep, and we'll rumble ahead for about 4 yards. William, it is a zero-cost effort. There is a little bit of a trick to it. What you want to do is you find somebody under 30 years old and you tell them, listen, I got this YouTube game that I want to save, and they can show you how, or you can Google it. But that's what you got to do. It's really easy. I'm not going to tell it here because there's a small risk of viruses and all this other kind of stuff. Just find somebody under 30 years old and tell them, listen, I want to get a copy of this YouTube game. As Whitford on the carry, big run for Sullivan Whitford, as he'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line. It's enough for a first down, a gain of 12 on 1st and 10. It'll be inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal upcoming for the South. So yeah, William, you can actually save, you can download it, I guess is what we're saying here. You can download the whole thing. So, but just find somebody that knows about computers, knows about the internet, and they can help you out with that. There's all kinds of resources out there, all kinds of sites that'll let you download from YouTube. There are some good, some not so good, and I'm going to stay out of all that, so you find somebody and get after it. One in motion this time for Ackerman, and Ackerman again will keep. Slips one tackle and is brought down from behind by Boye after a gain of a few. It'll be 1st and goal coming up from the 5. That Whitford run a moment ago, 8 yards, gave them the 1st and goal. Now a scamper of a few. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line now for South. But thanks, William, for watching the game right now live. And good luck watching it later. Yeah, people do it all the time. They are able to download these games. We do it too. Do it all the time. It's completely free to do. Just find somebody who knows about computers. Make sure you do it safely. As Whitford goes in motion, and then the pitch to Whitford. Whitford turns it back inside, and a gain of about 2, maybe 3. It'll be 2nd and goal near the 2-yard, or 3rd and goal near the 2-yard line. So South on the move here after the North 3 and out to begin play in the third quarter. And the We Want Sully chat has erupted to our right. And as I take a look down there, sure enough, I can see a number of Greenwood football players down there watching Whitford and their teammate as Ackerman will keep it himself. Ball placed across the goal line and touchdown for the South All-Stars. Touchdown comes with 6:31 left in the third quarter, 13-8. Go ahead, Trevor. Let's see Ackerman again. Ackerman in that shotgun. Just a little action, not much, and across for the 2-yard touchdown. 13-8. South leads the North, and they will keep the offensive unit on the field as the two teams have switched sidelines. And whistles blow, and maybe there was a K-ball on the field. Not sure. It's a timeout on the field. Let's go ahead and take that timeout, Trevor. We'll hear from our friends at Fleet Farm and be back to UW Oshkosh in just a moment.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, back here to UW Oshkosh Titan Stadium for the 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. 8-player football here today. Couple of all-star games tomorrow as we turn it over to our friends at Bally Sports for that. But here today you were watching live free high school sports once again on Zaleski Sports. Just about 600 broadcasts in total over the last 12 months, high school, amateur, and anything. Anything we get our hands on. But 600 in the books and a whole bunch coming here in the next school year as the two-point conversion is toe drag swag for Caden Sprody, and the two-point conversion is good. Right on the rope. As I'll explain that here, as I wasn't sure if we were going to get something like that to happen here in this game, but right on the rope it went. And do we have that one, Trevor? Yeah, okay, we'll watch that two-point conversion back again. We'll give you the replay on that, but a throw coming out there, and just inside the rope as Sprody hauls it in for the two-point conversion. As, no line markings here for 8-player football at Titan Stadium. Two taut ropes on either side of the football field, and those are the boundaries on the outside of the field. And right inside the rope went Sprody. So two-point conversion is good, 15-8. Yeah, nice job. He had the feet in for sure. He might have even got 3 feet down. Just one needed in high school football. It got 3 of them down. So nice catch, nice throw from Ackerman. 15-8 our score here. And both teams with touches, both teams with an offensive possession in the quarter. 3 and out. The result for North. South comes right down the field and punches it in for the touchdown. Kickoff fielded just inside the 20, now brought out by Jack Anderson. Anderson will bring it out to around the 25-yard line. A 10-play drive for South there as they just meticulously and expertly went right down the field. A 9-play, 55-yard drive. And around the outside goes West as a flag flies from a white hat behind the line of scrimmage. And almost assuredly a penalty on North. And we'll get the call here momentarily. So illegal shift on North, and the penalty is accepted. It'll be 1st and 15 on the 5-yard penalty. So 1st and 15, 6:21 left to play here in the third. Plenty of time. A lot of time. 18:21 to be exact left in the game. But North will have to bounce back after the 3 and out. Now Opsel flushed out to his right and hit in the backfield, and the pass is incomplete. And no receiver in the area. Did the ball get back to the line of scrimmage is the question. Certainly Opsel was outside of the pocket, but did the ball get back to the line of scrimmage is the discussion being had on the field between our officials. And they're going to talk about it a little bit more, because if it didn't, I think it did, but if it didn't, this is a intentional grounding. It was close. It was close either way. And that's why the discussion's being had, and our white hat has his right hand on the flag, ready to pull the trigger on it. But he's going to discuss it first with his side judge and his umpire, and they say pass incomplete. So I got one right, finally. So yeah, Opsel was for sure outside of the pocket. Step number 1 to preventing the intentional grounding. And then step 2, you got to get the ball to the line of scrimmage, and he did by, I think, by about a yard past the line of scrimmage. So pass incomplete, brings up 2nd and 15. But Opsel pressured and then flushed out to his right to force that incomplete pass. So Opsel now in the shotgun, puts Lewis in motion in front of him, and the ball is on the ground, and I believe South has it. And they do. They recover the ball inside the 15-yard line on the missed handoff from Opsel to Lewis, and just like that, South back on the field with the ball. We'll take a look at that one more time, as Opsel in the shotgun put Lewis in motion, and the handoff was missed or bounced off of Lewis's abdomen. Either way, ball on the ground and scooped up by South, and back comes the offense up by 7 with 6:02 left to play here in the third. See if they give us a name on the fumble recovery. We'll pass it along to you if they do. Is Ackerman on the option, and another keep for Ackerman, and another nice run, a gain of about 7 on first down. And I believe they're telling us here that fumble recovered by Belmont's Riley Christensen. Christensen stands to the right of quarterback Dylan Ackerman. Ackerman calls for it out of the shotgun and gives to Christensen. Christensen now pushes one down, and in for the touchdown is Riley Christensen, his second of the day, as he stiff-armed Lewis to the ground, got the corner and in for the touchdown. 21-8 South All-Stars. Take a look at that again as the handoff goes from Ackerman to Christensen, and again stiff-arming Lewis. Got a nice block on the outside and in for the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run for Christensen, his second today. So extra point attempt will be made by Charlie McCarty of Newman, and McCarty his second attempt, and this one is also good. 22-8 the fumble. 2 plays later, South in for the touchdown. 22-8, 5:24 left in the third when we return.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
All right, back here at Oshkosh. Get a message coming in on the hotline. Pastor Hinton, watching from Codersport, Pennsylvania. Coach of Brady Bishel and cheering for North, but North with work to do here as they trail 22-8. Pair of touchdowns in the second quarter for the South All-Stars, and they have owned the scoreboard here in half number 2, 15-0 here in the quarter. They trailed by 1 at the halftime break, but a pair of touchdowns. And the last one, Riley Christensen, he recovered the fumble, and 2 plays later on the 2-play 15-yard drive, 2 plays later an 8-yard touchdown, 22-8. The South All-Stars as they kick off to the north, and kick taken at around the 13-yard line, and that kick taken by Croplin of Gilman. And we'll bring it up to around the 27-yard line. But again, second touchdown of the day for Riley Christensen, as it was Christensen who started the scoring. Wait a minute. Lost my place here, what I was looking at. He started the scoring 5:24 5:24 left in the first quarter. So second touchdown, and North back on the field here. They trail 22-8, 5:18 left in the third. In motion comes Lewis, and the direct snap now to Anderson, and Anderson will rumble ahead for about 3. Again, Alma Center Lincoln's Jack Anderson. I'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for Coach Matt Schoenemann's North All-Stars. So quarterback now is Jack Anderson. My apologies. I thought that was a direct snap a moment ago, but Anderson in at quarterback and throws wide of the mark. Intended for Corbin West. West laid out for it, but not able to bring it in. That'll bring up a 3rd down. So again, in at quarterback, Alma Center Lincoln's Jack Anderson, 6 foot, 170-pound quarterback and defensive back. And Jason Zaleski here. Trevor Zaleski producing today's broadcast. By the way, a bunch of other stuff on the network today. At a pair of baseball games, Legion baseball games, ZaleskiSports.com. And then you just pick 3 games going on, or 3 games will be going on here shortly. As that pass complete, but a big hit being put on by number 33, Cody Leibold. As the pass complete to number 33 on the other side, Corey Bozen, out of Wasaki, 5'10", 205-pound, that time fullback. Listed here as linebacker, but able to hold in, but then stopped on the spot. So a pair of American Legion games, Marshfield and Viroqua, one of the two going on right now. And then Plover, post 5:34 or 5:43. Plover Black Sox first pitch coming up in about 20 minutes with Mike Wendlandt on the call. Joe Anderson on the call in Marshfield as that punt sails into the bench area, and we'll see where they mark it. It'll be just inside of the 50. Well, nope, now they're going to walk it back to the other side of the 50, so it'll stay in South territory, or the South All-Stars will come on the field and take over 1st and 10 from the North 49-yard line. So again, let me say that one more time. Head on over to ZaleskiSports.com. You may have already went there to watch this game, but there are, in 20 minutes, you'll have 3 to choose from. So after football is done, we'll have a pair of American Legion baseball games from Central Wisconsin for you to feast on, all live and all free, just like this one. As Ackerman in at quarterback, and the give goes to Whitford. Whitford around the outside. Whitford gets one block, and a big run for Whitford as a flag comes into the end, as they might call holding there at the end of it. The block was being thrown by Jake Erdl out of Williams Bay, 6'4", 190-pound wide receiver. And I hate to call the guy's first name on a penalty, but that happens. Yeah, they're going to catch Ertl on the hold, but congratulations to Jake Ertl for making the All-Star game here today. I will go through both rosters here between quarters. We did get full player introductions before the game, so you can rewatch and get all those or back it up and then rejoin us live if you want to during the quarter break. Up to you. So on the penalty, it'll be 1st and 11, as that penalty came after a 10-yard run, or after an 11-yard run for Whitford. They go right back to Whitford, and a gain of a couple this time. Wasaki, off to Wikipedia with you, Jay Rusk. Yeah. But yeah, you're spelling it right. So you first, when you go out to the internet, it's important to spell it right. And Jay Rusk, spelling it right. Those of you saying, Zaleski, who the heck are you talking to? Those watching on a mobile device get to chat with us. The chat box is open always. Yeah, we see a lot of broadcasts during the year, right? Some places you watch, they turn the chat box off. I have no idea why. They're missing a big opportunity. We keep the chat box open around here. Everybody gets in the game that way. So 2nd and 8 as Ackerman, the lefty, drops back to pass, lofts it for Barnes, and Barnes high points the ball and brings it in at the 10-yard line. There you go. That's how you do it. Deshaun Barnes out of Wisconsin Heights, 6'1", 160-pound wide receiver, as Barnes came down the near sideline in front of the north bench. And we'll see Ackerman uncork it here. Now watch Barnes as he goes up, high points that ball and brings it in. And it's now a 1st and goal for South. 38-yard pass hookup from Ackerman to Barnes. And back in a goal-to-go situation, again, are the South All-Stars. And now they wind the clock. All right. So 3:05 and counting here in the third quarter. As the handoff comes to Whitford. Whitford up the middle. Whitford pushing ahead inside the 2-yard line. And he is dragged down by his shoe tops by Cade Croplin of Gilman. Greenwood, Sullivan Whitford, 1.5 yards away from pay dirt on that run. And as that happened, all the folks from Greenwood, I can hear them off to my right as a slow murmur turned into a full throat shout at their buddy Sully Whitford to get in the end zone. See who they go to here. Again, Brandon Weezy calling a nice game here in the second half for his South All-Stars. As a matter of fact, it may even be Paul Miklig. He's got the play sheet in hand over there. But either way, Ackerman in the shotgun. Give goes to Whitford. Whitford straight ahead. Touchdown, Sullivan Whitford. And a big chant of Sully coming out of our earbuds to our right. Go ahead, Trevor. We'll see the. Trevor's going to see if he can dial up the folks here from the Greenwood area. There they are down there watching. We'll catch it before commercial. The powerful touchdown run for Sullivan Whitford comes in at 5'7", 145 pounds. He came through like a wrecking ball that time on the 1-yard touchdown rip. And a low snap will be picked up by McCarty, and McCarty will be run out of bounds. And the extra point turned 2-point conversion no good. We'll see this replay here again as you see Whitford right up the middle, pounded into the end zone and in for the touchdown. 2:11 left to play in the third, 28-8 South.
RoofTech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. RoofTech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. RoofTech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. RoofTech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See RoofTech online at rooftechllc.com or RoofTech LLC on Facebook.
Sullivan Whitford in on the 1-yard touchdown run, 28-8 now. After the punt, Ball at the 45-yard line, so a 45-yard drive, again capped off with the 1-yard touchdown run from Greenwood's Sullivan Whitford, 28-8. Here with 2:11 yet to play in the third quarter. It's been all South here in the second half. They have scored 21 unanswered points here in the third quarter. They trailed 8-7 at halftime. 21 unanswered here in the third and 28-8. Two minutes on the touchdown drive, as a matter of fact. As kickoff by McCarty, handled at the 12-yard line. That is West with it. And West looking for a hole, will find none. Brought down by Caden Sprody. Wanawak Weston. So 1st and 10 now from the 26-yard line. So we'll see what Coach Schoeneman and the North All-Stars can dial up here. They have been stymied by the South defense all throughout play here in the third quarter. And really in the first half, again, they trailed by 1, but defensively, the South gave up just the 1 touchdown. Touchdown run by Gunnar Lewis, and then Lewis tossed in the 2-point conversion. And again, the South finishes up the 5-play, 45-yard touchdown drive in 2 minutes flat. As that pass complete to the outside, number 21, Clayton Yanish. Leona Wabino, high school, 6 foot, 155-pound wide receiver. So 6 yards on the pass reception. Again, Jack Anderson in at quarterback. Now Anderson outside, it comes to West. West will break 1 tackle, still on the run, and steps out of bounds. Finally forced out by Dylan Ackerman. A nice catch, and then the yards after the catch, the yak by Corbin West. Enough for the first down. So fresh set of downs, 1:43 left to play here in the third. Ball spotted at the North 43. Anderson on the keep. Sprint out to the near side, and he'll be pushed out of bounds as flag flies after being pushed out of bounds by Lena St. Thomas Aquinas' Ethan Russell. 5'8", 150-pound defensive back, and not sure what that penalty was. We'll find out. It looks like the penalty is going to be on North, and it will be accepted, whatever it is. As North players retreat. And our white hat will bring the back judge all the way in here for some clarification, perhaps. I don't think the back judge is who threw that flag, but anyway, we're going to find out right now what the penalty is. It is on North. We know that. A block in the back. So there we go. So down remains 1. Back judge was asked about the clock from the white hat. So great communication there from our officiating crew. And 12 seconds put back on the clock, and penalty flag given back to our umpire. So, yeah, the umpire threw the flag, and that flag was sitting in the North bench. So flag comes back on the field into the front waistband of our umpire, and we are whistled back into action. Anderson back to pass. Swing pass outside comes to Lewis, and Lewis will scratch out about a yard. That's it. So a yard on the play will bring up second down, second and about 14 or so. Clock stops as Lewis out of bounds after the catch. So 2 receivers now split to the top of the screen. Anderson in the shotgun, running back to his right. On the 2nd and 14, Anderson back to pass. Now scrambles out to his right and gets out of the tackle of Henschel. And now on the move is Anderson. Anderson, nice run there after Henschel had him by the collar. Literally, folks, had him by the collar, and Anderson able to get out of it and will run for about 3. So after all that, we'll gain 3. He probably traveled about 25 yards in total, but a gain of 3 on the forward motion. He was almost wrangled by his collar. They're going to call it a gain of 4. It's 3rd and 11 now for the North All-Stars. Anderson back to pass, quick pass to West. West makes the completion at the 45-yard line and will push ahead to about the 47. And it'll bring up a decision for Coach Schoeneman and his North All-Stars as we play under 1 minute here in the third quarter. A 4th and 5 from their own 47, but you're down by 20 points, and the offense will stay on the field. You can tell Coach Schoeneman on the sideline, not extremely comfortable with the call, but probably the call that's got to be made here. And if he doesn't convert, he knows he's in big trouble here. It'll be a turnover on downs if the South defense can hold. But down by 20, you're going to take a chance here with 20 seconds left in the third quarter, 4th and 5 from your own 47. Anderson again in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left. He looks left, now runs right. He's got room to the right to run, and will get the first down on the run. And Coach Schoeneman claps in approval as Jack Anderson scrambles for the first down. Risk reward there, and I mean, the risk is, well, all right, we're down by 20 and they have the ball back. And at that point, you're still down by 20. Now you get the first down. You're still down by 20, but you've got the first down. You still have the ball. So 7 seconds remain. Likely, not certainly, but likely the last play of the quarter here for the North All-Stars. Anderson again, same formation. Now he puts the running back Bozen to his left, and the handoff goes to Bozen. Bozen stopped at the line of scrimmage and brought down behind it. So nice job there as Michael Douglas of Belmont, 5'11", 265-pound defensive lineman, stops the play behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 3. So it'll be 2nd and 13 when we start the fourth quarter. Again, you're watching the 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player All-Star Game. You are watching Zaleski Sports.
Keep moving ahead with the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Center through July 2nd. Up to $150 in rebates on Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card subject to credit approval. The summer tire event at Sherrill Tire. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Ball worked around higher, launches a 3, got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it. Simone at first in time, and the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division 5 state champions.
Small Williams, Jay Slag Daddy, first Slag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home.
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Cam Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadic. Tyler, thanks for joining us. All right, back here to Oshkosh. It is the start of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 13 for the North All-Stars. They have 146 yards of total offense. South with 237 yards of total offense. 28-8 South lead as we begin quarter number 4. One put in motion by Anderson. The motion man West will get the carry, and he will sweep to the near side and pulled out of bounds by number 25, Spencer Evanson from Sevastopol. North with 3 fumbles today, three turnovers on fumble, and 1 on interception. 4 turnovers total for the North All-Stars, 2 for South. So South winning the turnover battle, winning the yardage battle, and winning the important battle on the scoreboard. North does lead time of possession, just over 19 minutes, but those fumbles have been costly as Lewis is going to be ripped down by number 80, Austin Henschel. Again, Henschel out of Elkhart Lake, Glen Beulah. I mentioned we'll go through the rosters here. We'll do that during the next timeout. My apologies. I said we're going to do that between quarters. We'll do that during the next timeout. And again, thanks to the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association for selecting us as your broadcast partner for today's 8-player All-Star game. A big honor and glad to be here. Again, we turn it over to Bally Sports tomorrow for a pair of All-Star games, 11-player football, a pair of All-Star games tomorrow. So find your local listings for Bally Sports. Again, Jack Anderson, Alma Center Lincoln quarterback here, taking over for Tanner Opsel in the second half and the timeout, and we'll keep it here for that timeout as we'll go through the rosters here and see how many names I can mess up. But first, for the Blue All-Stars, the North All-Stars in blue. Cade Croplin out of Gilman, Jack Anderson from Alma Center Lincoln, Gunnar Lewis from Clayton, Joran Kruzan from Mellon, Tanner Opsel from McDonald Central, Corbin West from Florence, Skylar Gilhausen from Auburndale, Clayton Janish from Leona Wabino, Colin Krumpetich from Northwood Solon Springs, Noah Christofferson from McDonald Central, Corey Bozen from Wasaki, James Krensky from Siren, Braden Boye from Gilman, Colton Anderson from Luck, Nathan Curry from Siren, Devin Loesch, Mercer Butternut Shagwamigan, Blake Flash from Shell Lake, Brady Bishel from New Auburn, and Joshua Daladin out of Northwood Solon Springs. Delayden. I got that right. Just had to take another look at it. For South, Caden Sprody from Wanawak Weston, Riley Christensen from Belmont, Luke Steebs out of Gibraltar, Charlie McCarty and Dylan Ackerman from Newman. And we'll continue those after our fourth down play here from North as they will go for a fourth down yet again on this drive as they're behind by 20 as Anderson's got a man open, wide open, and pass complete. And is he in bounds is the question. And will be just short of the end zone, but a big pass play there as that pass hauled in by Clayton Janish, and first and goal for North. Go ahead, Trevor, load it up. As we see Anderson drop back to pass here, and running right past the defensive backs is Janish as he's pulled down just outside of the pylon, and it'll be first and goal from inside the 2-yard line. So big pass play there for the North All-Stars, and it's what they needed on that fourth down. It's what they've needed for a while now, but they get it there on the 40-yard pass completion, and then in for the touchdown, his second today for Gunnar Lewis. Lewis punches it in, 28-14. Score cut in half. But that 40-yard pass completion from Anderson to Janish, a big one on fourth down. And they bring Tanner Opsel back in, a run threat from quarterback, as the 2-point team will come on for the North All-Stars. So no place kicker available for North. So Opsel and the give to Lewis. Lewis makes one move in the hole and cuts it back in, and the 2-point conversion is good. 28-16, the deficit cut to 12. with 10:35 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Jake Ertl from Williams Bay as we complete the South All-Star lineup. Ethan Russell from Lena St. Thomas Aquinas, Sullivan Whitford from Greenwood, Deshaun Barnes from Wisconsin Heights, Spencer Evanson from Sevastopol, Brendan Shaughnessy from Newman, Logan Byer from Sevastopol, Colby Liebolt from Oakfield, Mitchell Douglas from Belmont, Leo Taylor from Suring, Michael Douglas from Belmont, Austin Humke from Greenwood, Austin Henschel, Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah, and Blake Justman from Oakfield. There are your starters for the North, or the lineups, your all-stars from the North and the South. Pretty sure I wasn't going to be able to say all those names during the broadcast. Gave it a good shot. I even had to use a few penalties to get some of those names in, but now they're in for sure. They're in and forever. So the North to kick off now, and we'll see what they have planned here. They've gone to the onside / squibber. A couple times, and pretty good chance they'll do it here. Just one back. That's Barnes standing back at his own 18-yard line, as all the other 7 are within about 10 yards of the 50. And, yep, the squibber comes and fallen on by Luke Steebs. So Steebs falls on it, and the South All-Stars offense back on the field. So 10:34 left in the game. You don't often talk about using the clock a lot. At least not, now you could talk about it in 8-player football if you're saving some clock. But you're not necessarily talking about using the clock to your advantage a lot in 8-player football. So we'll see what the South can do as they call the timeout. And we'll keep it here. Talked about some other stuff. Again, three games, I believe anyway. We'll check the feed out of Plover. But yep, indeed, we've got 3 live events now at ZaleskiSports.com. This football game you're watching here right now, and a pair of American Legion baseball games on the network as well. It's Viroqua Post 138 visiting Marshfield, and Sheboygan is playing Plover, and that is in the Central Wisconsin Classic. And then all Legion teams, all AAA Legion teams, I should say, head to regional action beginning on Wednesday. And Zaleski Sports is your exclusive place for Central Wisconsin Valley Conference Legion League regional action from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. You'll watch every game only at ZaleskiSports.com. And we'll tell you about tomorrow, or the weekend schedule, the Saturday-Sunday schedule here in just a moment. As out of the South timeout, back to pass is Ackerman, and Ackerman uncorks it to Whitford. Whitford catches it at the 40 and will run ahead a gain of 4 after the catch, and a big pass completion of about 15 yards from Ackerman to Whitford as the music continues to play here at Titan Stadium. Kind of a little bit like an NBA game, right? The music keeps playing during the action. Now it fades away. I don't see what's wrong with it. A lot on the network tomorrow, so we're going to take they'll wind the clock here, 10:24 and counting. A big play there for the South. Get a little breathing room and let that clock run. Hand off to Whitford. And Whitford, big run as he is then stood up at the end of it, but Whitford will gladly take the 9 yards as the tackle made there by number 24, Colin Krumpetich, on the tackle. And the Krumpetich faithful here let out a cheer as their favorite player's name is called. It was actually a 17-yard pass play 2 plays ago from Ackerman to Whitford. Now a 9-yard run from Whitford as Sullivan picking up the pace here in the fourth quarter and into the later parts of that third quarter. 9:35 left to play in the game. Ackerman will keep, and up the middle, Ackerman with room to go now makes a move to the outside, and a first down on the big run from Dylan Ackerman. South now finding a lot of room here in the fourth quarter. Action all starts at 10:30 tomorrow morning, the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers Invitational. Marshfield takes on Chippewa Falls in a Legion doubleheader. First pitch at 2 p.m. Black Sox back on at 5:30 tomorrow. And it's Northern Lights Football League action, Marshfield at Tri-City with kickoff scheduled for 5 p.m. A full Saturday, no doubt, and then the action continues on Sunday. It's the Marshall Chaparrals visiting the Pittsville River Bandits. First pitch at 1:30. And a pair of Legion baseball games at 11 and 3 p.m., all free and live at ZaleskiSports.com. Ackerman rolls out and will tuck it and will be wrapped up from behind by number 42, Braden Boye. And I should say on Sunday that Black Sox tournament starts at 11, and they're into tournament play after today, so all games TBD on Sunday over in Plover. But again, if you're a football fan, Northern Lights Football League action, Bandits at Bulldogs, kickoff 5 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday. Watch it all live at ZaleskiSports.com. Jake Ortel. Okay, thank you, Haley. So Jake Ortel. That's why we leave the chat box on. We get help from all over the place. As Ackerman will again keep and will run to his left and push it out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 8:45 left to play. A gain of a couple, bring up third down. So into the broadcast come Haley, Jennifer, and Brenda, all watching from all over the place. And Jennifer had a message for us and then took it back. So whatever she said, didn't want to say it for long. Did it so fast, I don't even know what she said. So third down and about 6 here for the South All-Stars. Ackerman in an empty backfield and throws wide of the mark intended for Whitford, and that'll bring up fourth down. Coaching staff onto the field for the South All-Stars, and they will keep the offense on the field. You might have thought about a 27-yard field goal attempt for Charlie McCarty, but instead it looks like the offense is going to stay. Although a late substitution as we see Jake Ortel come on. Out of Williams Bay, 6'4", 190-pound wide receiver. So Ortel comes in. He lines up wide to the top of your screen as the play clock is nearing 0, but able to get off on time. Ortel with the catch. Ortel leans forward, will be stopped just short, but it's enough for a first down, a first and goal for South. So Ortel was laid off the bench as Coach Micklig called for him late, came out, and now we see Riley Christensen come back on the field. A pair of touchdowns today on the ground for Belmont's Christensen. He comes back on the field now, first and goal from the 1-yard line. And I think everybody in the stadium expecting Christensen to get the handoff on this next play. As Christensen will line up as the up back behind Ackerman, Whitford the deep back. Ackerman will keep and is pressured and will get out of 1 tackle but not out of 2 as he's ripped out of bounds by number 76, Josh Delyden. And Delyden again out of Northwood Solon Springs. 6'6", 250-pounder. Slung Ackerman out of bounds. Caitlin watching from Gilman. Watching Cade and Braden. Thank you, Caitlin, for watching the broadcast tonight. So I think we're now into nighttime, just about 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. 7:20 left in the game. South touchdown here might put an end to it as Ackerman back to pass on the second down, second and goal. Ackerman throws to the back of the end zone, and the pass is caught by Jake Ortell. My apologies. Let me say that again. Touchdown caught by Jake Ortell. 34 points for the South All-Stars. 34-16. And we'll watch the replay here. Trevor will get that queued up for us. Let's hit it after the point after attempt here as McCarty comes on for the point after. And the snap back, placed down and kicked through by McCarty. 35-16, and Trevor's going to roll that replay for us. As Ackerman just bought time. You'll see it here after he takes a snap. And able to find Jake Ortell in the back of the end zone for 6. Nope, that was 2 plays ago as he was ripped down. So our apologies, but again, you can rewind it back on your own and watch it again. But yeah, it was a fine sack by DeLayton. And on the next play, Ackerman to Ortell for 6. And that means Haley from West Virginia jumping out of her seat on that touchdown reception. Now we got it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yep, touchdown back of the end zone. Nice job there. As again, Ackerman bought time, and Ortell stayed with it. And that's what you do when sometimes you'll call fire or red or hot or what. Everybody's got whatever their alarm word is, and it's the job of that receiver to sprint down the back of the end zone and just put his hands up and give a target for his quarterback. And Ortell did it. Wasaki, a small suburb of Crivets. Yeah, you could say that. Or Crivets, a small suburb of Wasaki, either way. As the kick from Christensen goes deep and will go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. 7:08 left to play. 35-16. And the South on their way to an all-star game win here tonight. You never know, though. 8-player football. You never know. 3-score differential, but I've seen stranger things happen. 8-player football, wide open. Lots of room, lots of stuff. The only thing working against a team that has a disadvantage like this is just preparation time. A few days of practices. Not always sure that's enough time to make a big comeback, but on the flip side of it is the pass complete to West. Flip side of it, South had the same amount of practice time. And defensively, prone to a miscommunication, and that happened just on that last touchdown drive for North, miscommunication in the defensive backfield for South. And a big pass play, and there we see some of that miscommunication, lack of preparation there, as the route ran by Janusz was not the same route that was in the mind of quarterback Jack Anderson. Pass incomplete. Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 5 upcoming. So Andrea I got it now, Andrea. Yeah, okay, Ortell. Yeah, I can put things together after a while. Anderson back to pass and gets it out to Lewis. Lewis sheds one tackler, still on the move, puts his shoulder into one. All right. We see you, Gunnar Lewis. Tackle be credited to Spencer Evanson. Evanson was the nail that time, and Lewis the hammer. So good enough for a first down. Ball near midfield. Going to be spotted at around the 46, call it the 47-yard line. And pass complete to West, and it'll be gain of about 2. Nice play there defensively by the South All-Stars. That was Number 17, Ethan Russell in coverage. Russell able to meet West on the spot, hold him to a gain now of 3 as the ball is marked. And Drew watching from just down the road. Drew, we were looking for a camera operator today on the field. You should have came down earlier. Would have put you to work. It's all right. Giving the folks a good show here anyway. 5:50 and counting here in the game. Again, make sure to stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll go down to the field and talk to today's winning coach and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game as a pass deep for West and a hold in. We saw that earlier from Deshaun Barnes. Now we see Corbin West out of Florence high point the ball as he's able to catch that one in coverage. Coverage put on there by Luke Steeves, but that's why you've got to high point that ball, jump up higher than that defensive back, find the ball at its highest point, and snatch it out of the air, and that's exactly what happened there for Corbin West. So West with the big pass completion, ball now at the 21-yard line. North will need to score here and then onside kick, get the ball back. But first things first, got to score. Anderson now on the keep. Anderson around the outside and will gain about 2, maybe 3, hauled down there by Riley Christensen. We'll call it a gain of 2, and the clock will wind now under 5 minutes left in the game. So again, stay tuned for the post-game show. Talk to today's winning coach and at least one player of the game, maybe more. Sometimes you never know what we're getting into till we get down there. All that comes up at the conclusion here of this one in 4:40 football time. And the pass through the hands of Clayton Yanish. So the incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. Back to pass is Anderson. Looks to his right, fires right, and in and out of the hands of Corbin West. And 4th down upcoming for the North All-Stars. West had it in his sights, and as he turned to look to see who was coming and what kind of greenery was available in front of him, did not bring the ball in with it. Alexander Roddick. Thanks, Alexander, with some European power. All right, we'll take it. Jeez. Making sure his name is etched in 8-player All-Star football history forever by coming into our chat box. That's the other reason we keep it open. These comments stay on there forever. For better or for worse, they stay up forever. And they're 98% of the time there for the better. We love having them. As Anderson now back to pass, stutter step, get himself some space and lunges forward. Lost the ball out of bounds as he lunged forward. He is near, but I don't know that he got all the yardage needed, and it looks like this is going to be a turnover on downs. Coach Schoeneman's asking for a measurement. Not sure if he'll be granted one. And short of the line to gain was Anderson, a turnover on downs. And the South All-Stars going to come back on the field here with a chance with 4:23 to put this one to bed. Alexander, an exchange student. Well, thank you for visiting our country. Hope you had a great time here. Timeout South, 35-16. We'll be back for the final 4:23. You're watching 8-player football on Zaleski Sports.
Get a jump start on college or speed up your degree with a transferable class from Mid-State Technical College this summer. There are 130 classes to choose from, online or in person, taught by instructors who are experts in their field. Get info on the Mid-State Technical College summer classes at mstc.edu.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
All right, out of the South All-Stars timeout. Coach Weezy there going to get his team lined up, give him some strategy for the final 4:23. Our white hat sprints into position and handoff given to Whitford. And Whitford will grind ahead, a gain of about 5. Nice run there for Greenwood Sullivan Whitford. Tackled by Skylar Gilhausen. And post-game show upcoming. We will head down and talk to Coach Brandon Weezy, and we'll pick at least one of the South All-Stars as our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, maybe a couple. We plan to talk to Riley Christensen, so we'll let that cat out of the bag. Brandon Weezy and Riley Christensen coming up on our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Maybe more. Sometimes it turns into a party down there. We'll see. As under center now goes Ackerman, and the handoff, keep. Ackerman on the keep, and we'll lose a couple. But no issue there as the clock will continue to wind. 2 timeouts left for the North All-Stars, so you would figure a stop here, and a timeout will be used by Coach Schoeneman. As we see Josh DeLayden come out of the game, number 76 for North. .250 and counting here. Again, South with clock management here, going to use as much as they can. And as they come to line, Dylan Ackerman will wait and get the back judge to hold up his hand. That says 10 seconds left on the play clock. He did. Snaps it. Give to Whitford. And Whitford, another tough run. Bring it up to about the 20. You'll be short by about 2 yards. Call it a 4th and 2. And it would be wise to bring the punt team on, but another option you're thinking about as the clock has stopped. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the clock stopped. I was wondering what the commotion was down there, but the clock stops with 2:32 left, so the North All-Stars do use that timeout after Whitford stopped 2 yards short of the first down. So Coach Weezy now in the huddle, contemplating a couple things. You would think a punt is upcoming here, but on 4th and 2, Coach is thinking about, all right, what play did we run best in the couple of practices we had that if I wanted to get 2 yards here and keep the ball and see about running another minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock, is that possible? Or do we just punt it away? And it looks like punt, the traditional decision, and it looks like will be the prevailing decision from the South All-Stars. Be a very risky, edgy call to go for it on 4th and 2 from your own 20. I mean, the upside is huge, but the downside is very bad. So on the punt, and a punt block was on. They got a great jump on the outside. Christensen able to get it away as the North All-Stars left nobody back there to get it, and they will let that ball roll to a complete stop with 2:19 left as the punt was down by Logan Byer. A nice punt there. We'll do some quick math here. A punt of about 46 yards. Coach Weiss, thank you. There, Coach Weiss. Okay, got it. Well, better late than never. So Coach Weiss with 2:18 left. You'll hear his name called on the replay wrong for the first 3 3/4 quarters. Okay, Coach Weiss. Well, we'll talk to Coach Weiss and Riley Christensen in our postgame show. As a pass incomplete, intended for Corbin West. So misses Engelke. And then when I say that, I'm at risk of saying that one wrong. So 35-16, 2:12 left to play in the game. Again, we're watching the 2021 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association 8-player All-Star game as Anderson with the keep up the middle. Anderson with some room and on the hesitation, able to get the defender out of position and able to get the first down. So nice run there by Jack Anderson, again out of almost center Lincoln. That hesitation, able to get the extra 2 yards he needed for the first down. The clock stops with 2:04 yet to play. And back to pass is Anderson. Anderson steps up in the pocket, pressured from behind. Now will spin and find more pressure. And evades that one. So he's been able to spin out of pressure twice and then loses the ball. Ball was picked up and now is picked up by Riley Christensen, his second fumble recovery of the day, as Anderson was attempting to make lemonade out of lemons. And on that final run, that final move, ends up losing the ball, and ball back to the South All-Stars. Chased down by Jake Ortel, and Ortel forcing the fumble. Ortel came out of the backfield like a bullet and able to force the fumble. Riley Christensen early on had eyes for the end zone there. Alertly, after he skipped the ball, alertly came back, turned, and fell on it. And the South All-Stars, 1:48 left, and we'll go into kneel-down formation. And that will begin the ending sequence here today for the South All-Stars. They will come out of here with a 35-16 win tonight. And stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily and have them shipped right to your door at NasonvilleDairy.com. We will talk to Coach Brandon Weiss, Riley Christensen, and we'll see what else here in just a couple minutes. But I'm going to, after this next snap, I'm going to take the headset off and start making my way down the field. It'll take me a couple minutes to get down there. You'll hear from our friends at Nasonville Dairy. And then, hopefully on the other side of that, hear from me. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
South, boys and loud! 1, 2, 3, South!
Coach, well, before we do those, I need you, 4 and 80, please.
80?
80, yeah, Henschel right here. Henschel. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, we're going to bring Wet Coach front and center here first in our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Coach Weiss coming on in here. Coach, tell us about your shirt right now, and tell us what happened there, and tell us about the week in preparation that led to you getting the Gatorade treatment there.
You know, we have a great group of guys, you know, and we had a short week to come together, and these guys did an awesome job. And, you know, anytime you have a short week, you got to fine-tune some things, and we saw that early on, but we knew we had a group that was going to finish in the end, and they showed that.
Tell us about the coaching strategy. Again, with a limited time like that, how do you get the guys up and ready and keep them motivated, have a good time, because they're here, you know, for a good reason, but get serious on game day? How do you go about that whole week of preparation?
You know, I think it goes back to our staff. Our staff has been phenomenal, and we've been able to bond from the beginning. We've had great competitions on the field, or opposite sides of the field in the past, and so being able to come together, put that structure, and these guys have bought in from the beginning. So,
Coach Weiss, congratulations on the win today. We'll talk to our Highlight House players of the game here. We got Austin Henschel, and I got to make sure you got all the names right. Riley Christensen. I haven't met you guys yet, so congratulations. Congratulations for being here. We'll start with Austin, right? Austin, yeah. It's kind of one of the questions I asked Coach there. Tell us about the week. I mean, a lot of fun. You get to meet some new guys. Reward for a grueling season, really. But tell us about the week here in Oshkosh.
Well, the week was definitely fun with all these guys. Coming here and people who want to play football and be really competitive just made it tons of fun. And actually playing a football game, oh my God. Best time of my life. This is by far the best football game I've ever had in my life. It was awesome.
Riley, a strange season, right? You're a young man. Maybe something else strange will happen in your life. We'll see. But able to cap it off like this and get this opportunity and meet a bunch of guys you'll know now for the rest of your life. Just tell us about the whole season, including today.
Oh, the whole season. My brothers came together. My teammates came together. We worked hard. We fought through all the adversity. And, I mean, that's all you can ask from a group of guys. And, yeah, our season ended the way we wanted it to, 7-0. And then I get to come up here and meet all those guys I used to beat on, and now they're my best friends. I wouldn't want it any other way. It was a lot of fun.
Austin, now about the game. Defensively, you guys held them to just one touchdown in each half. Talk about that a little bit. What it took in a group of new guys playing together for the first time to put on the type of defensive effort you guys did here today.
Well, we definitely brought that energy. Their offense didn't have any energy. We were all getting each other hyped up. We got that turnover belt, as I hope you can see that. But 5 turnovers as a defense, that's pretty crazy. That's awesome. I'm just happy for my brothers, and I'm just happy playing with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Riley kind of set the tone right away with the ground game. Now you end with 2 touchdowns. You get 2 fumble recoveries also. Pretty good all-around performance. Tell us about the emphasis to get that run game established here in the game.
We knew we were going to have to pound the ball, tire these guys out, and I think that's what we did right away. I mean, it took a while to get it going and get a lot of these points up, but right away that first half, we were grinding them down, and that's what we wanted to do. So.
Absolutely. All right, so we got picture time coming up. I'm going to have you guys do one quick thing. Our camera's right above the end and Titan right there. There, he's waving to you. Okay. All right, so we do something called the Highlight House, and you guys get to be in the house. Have you seen this before? No? Perfect. All right, well, you're going to see it today. So we'll do a highlight of the game later. It'll be all over Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to count you down 3, 2, 1. I'm Austin, I'm Riley, and we're in the house. Okay, and that kind of, you'll see it later. It'll make a lot of sense later. That makes sense, right? Yeah. I'm Austin, I'm Riley, we're in the house. Okay, I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good, Trevor? Trevor says we're good. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Riley.
And we're in the house.
Nice job, guys. Congratulations. All right, great game, great season. Okay, good luck, guys. Good luck. All right, they're going to head off for pictures, and we're going to head out of here. Again, more live sports are on the network right now. We've got 2 American Legion baseball games. Head on over to ZaleskiSports.com and pick both. Watch them both. For Trevor Zaleski, my name is Jason Zaleski. We had a great time here, and thanks for the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association for selecting Zaleski Sports for tonight's game. We'll now turn it over to tomorrow's contest and our friends over at Bally Sports, and check your local listings for both 11-player All-Star games tomorrow on Bally Sports. Here at Zaleski Sports, have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.